Hi there. I saw this in the newspaper today about a fire at the Rudu Magistrates Court, documents wiped out, everything burnt, and I thought to myself, well, have they not got digital copies? Did they not scan them? And I suspect the answer is no, they didn't. So I'm trying to put my head together how one can do this very simply, very easily, and basically for free, using something that most of us have these days, and certainly I'm sure the court officials will have, and that is basically a common or forgotten cell phone. And on the cell phone we have a whole lot of apps, many of which we don't use, but one of them which I really love is called Google Drive. Used to be called Google Docs. And let me move myself out the way so you can see. Basically, it's on your phone, and of course your phone normally has a camera. Most of them have got two, one on the front, one on the back. But that camera also can work very well as a scanner, and I'm going to show you how just now. With your Google account, you've got 15 gigabytes, which is probably about 550,000 A4 black and white pages, and that's just one Google account. So if you have 10 people in the magistrate's court, and each of them has a Google account, you can end up with basically millions of pages that can be stored. And those can be accessible. They're stored in the cloud. They can be accessible on your phone, on a tablet, on your laptop computer, on a desktop computer, wherever you are in the world. As long as you have internet access, you can have a look at those documents and search those documents, and we'll do that just now as well. And because it's obviously stored in the cloud, it's immune to fire and theft and all of these other things. But you can download these documents onto a memory stick or onto your computer, so you have a backup. So you have a backup of a backup, but the documents are always there in the cloud. And these documents have an automatic date and time label. You can rename them if you want, but I'm trying to make this process as simple, quick, and easy as possible. These people have got other things to do. They can't be sitting, labeling every single file that they've scanned and trying to put it in the right directory. So I'm just trying to keep this a very, very simple process. And the reason why you don't really need to do that is because all of the documents in Google Drive are searchable. So we're looking at a process where just some basic training, half a day's training, maybe 1 day's training, let people practice it on their phones. No equipment is required, and suddenly you've solved the problem of all of these magistrates' courts not having electronic copies of their documents. Before I get to Google Drive, I'll just show you a quick video, and it is going to be quite quick, so I'll show it to you maybe twice. Here's your phone, and you'll see in the top right-hand corner, just under where it says speed test, there's all your Google icons, your Google apps, and one of them looks like a little triangle, is called Google Drive. So we're going to press on Google Drive, there it is there, and it's going to open that up, and we see the little green camera at the bottom. I'm going to press on that. I'm going to get my document in the right frame. I'm going to press that big white button to capture it. And if I want to, I'm going to put filters. I'm going to say black and white filter, and I'm going to say next, and I'm going to press the blue button at the top, and I'm going to say save. And I've just done a document. It took me literally 5 seconds. I'll show you to you again. Just under speed test at the top there. So there's all the Google apps, and I'm going to click on that, and you'll open up, there's Google Drive, the triangle, and I go to the green camera at the bottom, and I find my document, and I press the big white button at the bottom here, and I capture that document. And this is optional, but to save space, I'm going to add the filter, and I'm going to say black and white, and I'm going to say next, and I'm going to save. And it's been saved. And it's, as I said earlier, it's got a date and time. By the way, once I've taken that, I'll just stop it there. Once I've taken that scan of the document, you'll see there is another button here, blue button, little plus button. So if I want to do the next document, I just press the plus button, do the next document, plus button, do the next document. So I can do a batch very easily, just like that. So let's move that out of the way, and here's Google Drive. And here's the document that I scanned, by the way. Quite a complicated document. This was, I think it was car hire or something like that. So a lot of information in there. But as you see, it came out fine. It's nice. It's no problems. And of course, as I said to you, it's got a date stamp on it, 27th of the 11th at 12:33. So, all I need to know is on that day, these were the documents. And here's the beauty. I'm going to search for Cape Town International Airport. I've got lots of documents here, but it's going to go through them all in the cloud, and very quickly it's going to highlight that one, because here I did mention Cape Town International Airport. It also mentions Firefly, so and again, you have to imagine there's hundreds of documents here, but I'm looking for this word Firefly, and again, it found it. It said it's in that document. So, that feature of having the ability to date stamp it, to time stamp it automatically, but most importantly to be able to do a deep search within all of these documents should make them quite automatically, without having to you can of course label it if you want. You can you can go up here and you can rename it if you want. It's later on if that's something you want to do, but automatically, because you scanned it on a Thursday, all of the Thursday documents are together. Friday, all the Friday documents are together, etc. And as I said earlier, if you want, of course, like anything on Google Drive, just click on there and you can download that document, and now it's scanning for viruses, but it'll actually download it onto my computer. There it is, and it's now stored as a PDF file on my computer. So I've got a double backup. I've got this in the cloud, and I've also got some copies on my hard drive on my memory stick if I want. But again, I'm just trying to make this as simple a process as possible. So maybe that's helpful for you, maybe it's not, but anyway, for what it's worth.